I basically chose Florence, the area of Florence. It reminds me a lot of where I grew up at home. A lot of local people, a lot of community. You go to the grocery store and you see the same people every day. You know, it's not like West Omaha or wherever where you go to the store and you have no clue who you're going to run into because there's half the city's there. Florence is kind of its own community. You know, you drive down the street, people are honking at you just like you would in a small town. When I first came to Florence when I was a kid, there was a lot going on. I mean, there's a lot of local businesses, there's restaurants, there's a lot of community in this area. And about 5 years after I got here, it all just kind of dried up. It just disappeared. It turned into a ghost town. It turned into kind of a forgotten community. Dundee grew, downtown grew, and Benson started to grow, which Benson before was a place nobody wanted to go to. Everybody was scared because of the crime in the community. Now it's thriving. Everybody wants to go. Same with Dundee. Dundee's got some of the top of the line restaurants. Downtown is probably the best restaurants around, especially when you have famous chefs and this and that coming in, and they love it. They eat it up. Like John Taffer was here when he did, I forget what he did, a couple of his shows, and he said downtown Omaha is one of the best areas he's ever seen. And it sucks because you don't get a lot of that down in Florence. Nobody comes here. Food I grew up with, food I've had when I visited, but in the same sense, keep it at a price point that where I'm at will handle it, and not so much handle it, but it'll fit into the community. You drive down the street, there's nothing. We're at on 30th, you have fast food. If you go south, you have nothing. If you go north, really. And really wanted to keep it, price pointed accordingly to what is down the street, the fast food. You go to Burger King and you spend $9 on a burger and a Coke, you come here and spend the same money. So we do a lot of jambalaya, we do a lot of gumbo, red beans and rice. But then again, we have mahi tacos, we have pulled pork, South Carolina kind of thing. Mahi's more of a Florida concept. Just basically try to take it up and down the coast, the Gulf Coast. Our customer base when we started was local. Ponca, Florence, Fort Calhoun, but since we've become a little more known, apparently, they come from all over. I've heard Lincoln, I've heard Missouri Valley, I've heard Carter Lake, Council Bluffs. They basically, from the sounds of it, they just come from everywhere. They read it in the paper and they want to try it out. I go to Ted's next door quite a bit, and Sam's in a sense a staple of North Omaha. Anybody that goes to Ted's knows Sam. And when I go in there, Sam always tells me, how great it is to see a business flourishing here. How amazing it is that every time he looks out the window, there's cars up and down the street. He said there hasn't been that big of a presence in Florence in quite some time. The streets full throughout the day, lunch and dinner. So it made me feel good, to know that we are actually, building something here and it not in jeopardy of going anywhere. We should be here for the long haul, just off of local community.